This is the newest edition of our collection of antique sewing machines, an 1873 or earlier Taylor crossbelt. You're seeing her here in her pre-restoration condition. She arrived with the hand wheel almost falling off. It's not just that the shaft came unscrewed, it's severely bent at the base of the threads. The wood handle is also frozen on its shaft. All exposed metal is severely rusted. The cloth plate is particularly bad with extensive pitting. As bad as that is, the overall finish is worse. The shellac and japanning is worn, chipped, cracked, and flaking over much of the surface. 60% of the artwork is completely gone, and the remainder is heavily degraded. It's going to take every trick in the book to recover what's been lost. The eBay description stated that it still turns, and it does. Well, for half a revolution anyway. Then it locks up going either way. I haven't figured out what the problem is yet, but it feels like a soft jam, so I suspect it's just dirty, dried oil. The presser foot is locked up solid, the needle and needle screw are missing, and the stitch regulator is flopping around loose. More seriously, the shuttle and bobbin are both missing. Replacements can't be found, so new ones will have to be made. Looking underneath, we find the expected accumulation of dust, old oil, and cobwebs. The biggest problem is that the bobbin winder is completely missing. I've spent hours searching online for an image of what it might have looked like and come up empty. The best I could find was a line drawing that barely hints at what it might have looked like. I suspect it used a spring to hold its drive wheel against the machine's main pulley, but I haven't been able to locate the stub that would have held one end of the spring to the body. Although I did find this small hook that had been broken off and may have served that purpose. A replacement for the bobbin winder will have to be made using what little information is available combined with existing examples of other Taylor winders. As bad as all that sounds, I feel very lucky to have this little treasure and have already discovered several interesting details about her. For example, the cloth plate has the number 17,849 stamped into it, which I assume is a patent number. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to track it down for a date. The artwork appears to be a little on the, well, crude side. It was all done by hand, and the poor quality is surprising, especially considering that this would have been a high-end machine in its day. But what's very interesting about this artwork is that in a few places the shellac has been scraped off without disturbing the underlying paint. The surprise is it wasn't painted, but gilded with high carat gold leaf. It looks a dark yellow because the overlaying shellac has yellowed with age. The base appears to separate from the sewing head by unscrewing this one screw in the front and these two paddle-headed screws in the rear. There seems to be a bead of glue around the seam, but this has aged to the point where it's soft and easily scraped away. So, that's our brand new antique Taylor crossbelt sewing machine. She's going to be the hardest restoration I've ever attempted, but with luck in a few months she should be looking and working like new. Thanks for watching.